In 2019, former President Jimmy Carter said that in the 242 years since the U.S. became a country, it was at peace for only 16 years. From 1945 to 2001, among the 248 armed conflicts that occurred in 153 regions of the world, 201, or 81%, were initiated by the U.S. Scholars from the University of New Mexico say, and these are their own words, since 1898, U.S. presidents have consistently combined military actions and democracy promotion despite the apparent contradictions. Others put it bluntly, that America has reserved the right to decide which country can be called a democracy based on its own geopolitical interests. There is a long-cherished democratic peace theory in Western political science scholarship that says democracies don't go to war with one another, and therefore the world would be a better place should more countries become democracies. And with that belief in mind, Washington launched numerous other wars. The ideological rivalry between the U.S. and the Soviet Union led to the division of the Korean Peninsula. The Korean War broke out in 1950, and devastation ensued. At the height of the Cold War, Washington claimed that there would be a domino effect had Vietnam turned red. The U.S. launched a war halfway around the world to stop, quote-unquote, the spread of communism. In October 1983, President Ronald Reagan launched an invasion of Grenada, claiming the tiny island nation could become a communist state and therefore a threat.
Washington Institute for Policy Studies recently estimated, in fact, that since 9/11, the U.S. expended $21 trillion for what they called foreign and domestic militarization. And these expenditures are going to continue on into the future. So that's really too much money. And the situation's been like this, that we need to pivot away from the military-industrial security complex. It's what President Eisenhower warned us about in 1961, that grew into a monster on steroids in the Vietnam War, and then even more so the wars that followed, like Afghanistan.
If any other country had bombed as many countries as the U.S. has, overthrown as many governments, had invaded as many countries as the U.S. had, the world would be up in arms. But the United States feels that it has the right to do that. Right? This notion of American exceptionalism, as former Secretary of State Madeleine Albright says, if we use force, it's because we're America. We're the indispensable nation. We stand taller and see farther into the future than other countries. Nobody else talks like that. But the United States has been getting away with it because the United States has been the world hegemon.
Profits are fuels for this war machine. Behind the militarism of the U.S. is a network of deeply intertwined special interests. 61% of global arms sales in 2019 came from the U.S. Out of the world's top 10 defense contractors, 5 are American companies. From 2001 to 2021, the stocks of these companies outperformed the stock market by 58%.